Bill Clinton story.
The chicken of tomorrow in a deadly battle against the chicken of today.
Oh, I'm off. Wait. Okay, there we go.
Tempo.
Dedicated to the chickens who lost their lives in the Great Chicken War.
Wait a minute. Men and women breeding better poultry? What kind of sick experiment is going on here?
You know, this music helps chickens breed. It's kind of like the Luther Vandross of chickens here. Buck baby.
Chickens are dining in front of a Susan Rothstein mural.
After all these years, whether the chicken or the egg came first is still the subject of a lot of good-natured debate.
No, it isn't.
But one thing there's no argument about. Chickens and eggs are the most widely grown farm products in the country. There's not a single county in the United States that doesn't raise them.
Betty, must you sit in dinner?
Years, this poultry business has become a huge moneymaker for farmers. $3 billion a year. And it's second only to dairying and beef cattle raising.
Woohoo! We're going on a trip. Hey, where are we going?
Chickens are shipped to the set of Oklahoma.
I think the fella in white really likes us, Susan.
Just to give you an idea of the size of this poultry business, Americans eat 140 million eggs a day. That's one for every man, woman, and child in the nation.
These are your chickens on drugs.
Chickens? Well, the per capita consumption is 25 pounds a year.
Help me.
Which means just about everybody must eat chicken at least once a week. Yes, indeed. Chickens and eggs are big business.
Come on, that tickles.
And like big business, there's a serious effort to improve the product.
We're removing mealworms.
A 3-year program to breed a better chicken is now being carried on.
Fellow poultrymen, our cherished freedoms are threatened from all sides.
I don't think I've got what it takes to be the chicken of tomorrow.
I'd like to be the chicken of tomorrow, but how can I be more the man of today?
And on large and small farms everywhere, the search for a better chicken goes on.
There it is. Wait, no, there.
Come along with us on a visit to one of the large breeding farms.
Woohoo!
And see how the old-time barnyard flock has grown up.
If you're nice, we'll hook you up with a milking machine.
Of course, they have to be hatched before they can grow up. So let's start at the beginning, in the incubator.
I'm in the incubator now.
Good chicks come from good eggs.
Thank you, young man.
Fertile eggs from hens with a pedigree.
Oh, pardon
Pedigree
me.
is important because in the search for a better chicken, it's breeding that counts.
Hey, can I go to the bathroom?
Oh, stay in there.
Oh, come on, can I go home?
Oh, the door's locked.
I've seen the episode where the eggs come too fast and she starts putting them in her mouth. Some eggs are sent to solitary.
It's a far cry from the warm breast of a broody hen to a modern incubator, but actually the conditions are very much the same. The temperature is held at 99 degrees to approximate the body heat of the hen,
And this fellow.
and a forced draft gives plenty of ventilation. This one unit holds 85,000 eggs.
One bathroom for all of them. So, really.
Did you ever notice the old hen turning the eggs over occasionally as she said?
Oh, yeah, who hasn't?
Here, the same thing is done automatically.
Ride the wild mouse.
And now we'll wait 21 days for things to happen.
Oh, you can't wait for things to happen, young man. You've got to make them happen.
But thanks to some very special photography, we can see what's happening.
Oh, this is going to be hot, hot, hot.
By the end of the 3rd day, the embryo in the egg has begun to form.
Oh, calling Austin.
Hey, I'm trying to sleep in here.
Another 3 days, and the heart has started to beat.
Say, can I have a bigger egg?
That is one bloodshot eye.
After 10 days, you can see the chick itself beginning to take shape.
Oh, wait, that's my silly putty.
A few more days, and that mass has some resemblance to a baby chick.
You kind of squint.
I'll try.
And finally, the fully developed chick is ready to start breaking out of its shell.
Sticks of dynamite are arranged carefully around the perimeter.
At this stage, Mother Nature gives it a sharp spike on the end of its beak, sharp enough to poke a hole through the shell.
I'll be out in a...
Little by little, the chick works its way around the shell.
Hold it, I'll be out in a minute. It'll just take a little longer than I thought. Come on down and meet everybody.
Finally, the end of the shell is weakened enough so the chick can push it out.
Yeah, right. You push it out. Oh, Jesus, it's hard.
I hate it when people tape their own deliveries.
Aren't there supposed to be pantyhose in there?
Wait, I'm coming. I'm not done. Oh.
Wait, don't.
And after a lot of struggling, it tumbles out, exhausted but free.
Whoa, what did I do last
Now
night?
for several hours and then get up on shaky legs and begin to live.
For a few weeks, only to be eaten.
Old-time poultrymen who've been in the business for many years say they still get a mighty kick out of the miracle of the birth of a baby chick.
Hey guys, it's God!
The ratio of pullets and cockerels among chicks is about 50-50.
Great! What are
Of
those?
course, you may order straight-run chicks. Then again, you may order all pullets.
Life is great. It stretches out in front of me like an eternity.
Sexing the chicks, or separating the males from the females, is a highly specialized trade.
Yeah, for pervs.
Whoa, Milton Berle there.
It calls for long experience and training.
Well, there
But
may
the
be.
experts seldom miss. They can't afford to miss because when you order pullets, you want all pullets, not a few cockerels mixed in.
Hey, why are we screeching?
Garage sale. Goodwill. Save for the kids. It's nice. You know, it's small. The walls are neutral.
Oh, hi, Cindy. I'm so glad I'm in your group. This is going to be fun group.
40-piece chicken nuggets to go.
Wait a minute, you may be saying.
Why am I watching this?
Those chicks just out of the shell be sent without food on trips of a day, 2 days, even 3?
You bet.
Indeed they can. Nature thought about that too. The baby chick has within its little body enough unabsorbed yolk to nourish it for 72 hours. 3 days and nights of travel, with each chick carrying its own lunch.
Then they turn on each other.
Nevertheless, speed is essential, and it's here that the motor truck plays such a big part in poultry raising.
I said speed is essential.
In fact, the industry couldn't exist as it does today without motor transportation and the petroleum industry that supplies the quality fuel and lubricants that make this high-speed transportation possible.
The unholy alliance between big oil and big chickens.
That guy's escaping disguised as a chicken.
Chickens.
But to get back to our baby chicks,
I'm
this
full.
made a cute picture, but it's really not the scientific way to handle chicks.
How many are you sitting on?
Dad went a little nuts this Easter.
Their immediate destination after leaving the incubator
Broadway.
is the brooder house.
Designed by Frank Lloyd Wright.
Here a stove is needed to keep the temperature up around 95 degrees for the first week. Almost any kind of stove will do, one of the most common being a kerosene stove.
Here I come.
Yeah, they mingle, get to know each other a little.
The circular guard is to keep the chicks near the heat and prevent floor drafts.
There are concerts at the gazebo.
For a few days, the litter should be covered with paper so the chicks can't eat it. They need plenty of food and lots of water.
Individual counseling is provided.
From now on, their main job in life is to eat and grow.
Eat and grow forever.
After the first few days, the paper can be removed.
Except for the sports section.
The floor should be covered with litter to keep the floor warm and absorb the droppings. Peat moss, fine-cut straw, peanut shells, ground corn cobs, or anything that will pack rather closely is good for litter.
Cigarette butts, hair, beer cans.
After the chicks are 2 or 3 weeks old, they can be allowed out of doors if the weather's good.
And if they've completed their lessons.
At from 8 to 10 weeks, the pullets being reared for egg production are ready to be transferred from the brooder house to the range.
And you know what that means.
Range life is good for chickens, but there are
What's going on?
Really?
Hey,
What?
who's
No.
going-
What? You? Huh? What?
Range shelters should be fairly small, holding not more than 100 birds.
Or migrant workers.
The shelter protects them from the sun and gives them a safe place to roost out of the way of rodents.
Rodents!
Proper diet and plenty of water are required.
Oh, heavens, I'm so fat. I just look at chicken feed and I gain weight.
Does this taste funny to you?
A good grass sod is a must to give the birds an abundant supply of fresh, tender leaves.
A selection of ciders and spring water should be kept on hand.
Normandy.
Range shelters ought to be spaced about 75 to 100 feet apart, so the hens won't go wandering off to gossip with other flocks. You know how chickens are.
Yeah, they own everything. Bastards.
Oh, it's a fine life, this life on the range, but like all good things, it must come to an end.
Time to die.
And when they're about 6 months old, the pullets are ready to move to the laying house to fulfill one of their main functions in life.
I can't. I've got a tiny headache.
Remember the old hen house?
The one with the rats.
It's now a hotel, a pullet hotel.
Rooms by the hour.
Every room with an outside exposure.
Joey the Coxcomb Tortelli. Ricky the Bantam Chavatello. Jimmy Crazy Cock Cuccini.
Or if you prefer the bungalow type, we've got that too. 400 feet of it. Altogether, room for thousands of guests.
Or chickens,
But
typically.
seriously, housing your chickens is important. Whether they're egg or meat producers. They ought to have 3 or 4 square feet per bird, depending on the breed.
Open your hymnals to number 325.
They've got to have roosts, too. But they huddle pretty close together, and 2 or 3 birds can perch on 1 foot of space.
Everybody, Soylent Green is made from chickens.
One of the most important advances ever made in poultry raising is the trap nest. The bird can enter the nest easily to lay her egg, but she can't get out again until you let her out.
There's no point. It's just funny.
This simple device permits you to know which birds lay which eggs and to keep a record of each hen's egg production.
Which seems excessively anal retentive.
The whole secret of profitable chicken raising is to make them produce more than they cost to feed.
Oh, you think I can wear these pants out tonight?
A hen that lays 210 eggs a year and eats 70 pounds of feed is giving you 3 eggs for every pound you feed her.
She will live.
Keep that one.
She's worth millions.
But if she eats 70 pounds of feed and only lays 70 eggs a year, you better send her to the market or to your dinner table.
Or put a warning slip on her desk.
And it's the trap nest that lets you keep a record of how well each hen is laying.
I'll have an egg tomorrow, man, I
It's like
swear.
this, too, that help in developing the chicken of tomorrow.
There, go have a little fun.
You can't take it for granted that every hen is earning her keep, even though laying an egg ought to be easy for any chicken.
That's what you think, big boy.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, the trap nest's the answer to discovering which are the lazy hens. And this is a good place to point out a few facts about eggs.
Stop throwing them at my car.
The temperature of an egg when laid is over 100 degrees.
Oh, it's true.
Every minute it's left in a hot nest in a hot hen house takes away some of its moisture and freshness.
Put your mouth under a chicken.
Gather your eggs often, 3 or 4 times a day.
Make sure to put them all in one basket.
And they'll cool out twice as fast in a wire basket as in a pail.
These are headed for the driving range.
Clean eggs bring a better price than dirty ones. And when you gather them often, they don't get a chance to get dirty.
Unless filthy Fred there collects them.
The secret of profitable eggs is to cool them quickly and keep them cool.
Yeah, I'm cool, baby.
And keep them clean.
Lick your eggs, or have a friend lick them.
When you've got as many birds to look after as this hatchery, you're pretty receptive to labor-saving devices.
Like wagons.
And this carrier system is one of the best. It runs the length of the building and is used to carry feed to the different pens. It can be used also for gathering up manure. Saves a lot of back-breaking work.
Hey, pal, feed me, then clean up my poops.
As your appetizers, I'll be back to get your drink orders, ladies.
Another labor saver is the automatic watering trough. It makes certain there's always fresh water for the birds to drink.
They're all wearing Rembrandt hats.
Still another handy gadget is this grading machine.
Grading!
Feed the eggs in, and the machine separates them by weight.
That one's clean, Roy. You can...
Eggs are complicated. They should cost like $100 each.
The first group will average 24 ounces to the dozen, which
Go.
is the most profitable size.
Go.
The next, 23.5 ounces. The next, 23, and so on.
Some eggs don't even exist.
So you can see why egg farming is so fascinating.
Well, besides being a good egg layer, the chicken of tomorrow will be an improved meat producer.
Goofus and Gallant.
Here's an example of the progress that's been made already.
This could be your drumstick. This is the number to call.
Notice how breeding has increased the amount of meat on the breast.
Hey, Fat Albert.
Look at that drumstick.
Full of salmonella.
This bird was fattened in the same length of time
Hey, clean your
and
fingers.
on the same amount of feed as the other one. Make your own guess as to which is the more profitable to raise.
Aren't chickens with good self-esteem equally important?
And when the chicken of tomorrow gets to the dinner table, its advantages are still more apparent.
These chickens were smoking in bed.
May I have a piece of my own white meat, please?
Oh, thanks for the generous helping. Jeez.
Dad, if you could carve a little faster, I'm kind of hungry.
Yes, chicken sliced to the width of 1 electron.
These must be models portions here.
For you, Miss Moss, and for you, Miss Taylor.
Here we go.
Yes, it's chicken. Glorious American chicken sliced the American way.
Carry it in your wallet.
But it's your pocketbook that profits most when you send this bird to market.
We bring you now to market.
A unique method of marketing chickens and eggs that's grown in popularity in recent years is the auction.
Such as here at Sotheby's.
The first one is said to have been the Hunterdon County auction at Flemington, New Jersey.
Now, that's an urban
But
myth.
the idea has spread to all parts of the country.
The chicken shortage of 1937.
The farmers bring their crates of eggs to market the day before the auction.
Alternatively, they may bring their eggs early the day of the auction.
On auction day, the buyers gather to purchase eggs and poultry at prices openly arrived at.
Bid two over there. Two's the bid. It's 70s.
You're
on this lot,
adorable.
70 and a quarter and a half. It's 70 and a half.
Wow.
Three quarters the bid. One's the bid and 1 and a quarter. Believe me, I have a 1 and a
Las
half.
Perot.
3 quarters the bid. Two's the bid and a 2 and a quarter.
Ah.
Here's 2 and a quarter over there.
He's drunk.
2 and a quarter.
Okay.
Here's 70's the bid. Believe me, 70 and a quarter. Believe me, I have it. 70 and a half. 3 quarters the bid. One's the bid and 1 and a quarter. 1 and a half. 1 and a half. 175. What do I get?
Put your hand
175. It's over there they go. It's 170.
And after the eggs and poultry are sold, once again the motor truck plays its big role.
All right, come on, sing, row, row, row. You're not singing.
Hundreds of live chickens can be speeded on their way to the dressing plant.
Dressing plant sounds like fun.
I want a new hat.
One truck can handle thousands of eggs and take them anywhere there's a market.
Even to the Texaco station.
Speed and flexibility. That's what the industry must have in its transportation.
You?
And that's exactly what the motor truck, fueled and lubricated with quality petroleum products, offers.
Buddy, wake up.
Ask any poultryman, and he'll tell you that the industry could not flourish as it's doing today without the efficient fleets of trucks that whisk baby chicks to waiting farmers,
To be killed.
rush chickens to the grocers and butchers' shelves,
To be killed.
and speed fresh eggs
To be killed.
to your breakfast table.
Did America really need to be sold on the automotive industry at this point?
There's no driver. The chickens are taking over.